What's up, guys? You've seen that I have way too many discs, but I want to talk about them and kind of give you guys an insight of what's in my collection, what I'm taking with me on the road, and what my sugar mama is going to send to me whenever I dunk a few or lose them, whatever, while I'm on the road. So here we go. And you made it. Okay, so we'll jump in to new stuff. Have some of these EO discs that I've set aside. Amazing, a couple of Lucid X felons. I mentioned the Royal Fate last time. Peachy Keen, you know. These just came in the mail. I'm always searching for good Domine Raiders. This one's got a little mango coloring to it, ish. It's like not very ripe mango. What?
Yeah, it's like it needs a couple more weeks on the cherry mango.
But so these are, I'm actually trying out some lighter weights. So these are 171s, super sweet. Secret Santa.
Yes.
Forza Juventus. And then the Rogue emblem from World of Warcraft on a Fusion Raider. Pretty sweet. This is a Lucid dye job. Can't thank Secret Santa enough. Super, super cool. Kept some of those Explorers. Here's one of the X-Outs from the first batch that we did. That's just cool. I mean, even with the dropout and the stamp, I don't care.
It actually looks kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Looks
What
really
can you
good.
do? Another, grab too many of those. I'll probably end up throwing those back in. I actually got these just recently. Traded for these, both Lucid X Justice. Don't think I'll ever need it, but I wanted to have them. And they are super collectible right now, especially because these are the only run of them. And they look sweet. Who doesn't want cool looking discs? This is actually the very first felon I've ever had. So this one I'll slow down for. This felon is amazing. I actually lost this in the water at Vegas 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then got it back the year later and it was unscathed. It's really cool holding on to like your first disc that you have that is your favorite disc, your favorite mold. So this is a really special one. Outside of that, I don't know what else in here is like super special. Obviously, we'll always shout this one out. Alex Shelby, Chris Telesbo, homies in Salt Lake City, Utah. Alex found this at a Flanigan Sports. This is a early run enforcer. This is still one of my most overstable enforcers, and I have put this thing through it. I have beaten this thing up. But amazing, cool to have it pass along from your homies and end up in your bag. Enforcers I still rely on a little less now. I'm only bagging 2 because Raiders are just unbelievable. Get this guy here. Got backup throwing Wardens. These are blend, love them. Some extra Emacs, 1 extra Justice. Funny thing is, I have had this Justice. I bought this one from Jonathan Ray a long time ago. I saw it in his X-Outs, maybe while we were in Vegas or something. One of those times, like early on. And I have yet to have a reason to put this in the bag because the Justice I have, I've had forever. So it's been really cool to do that. Some of my favorite runs of Emacs, the Sparkles, and the Blue Moonshines. I'm really excited to try out some of those chameleons. Go to westx.com right here. And all right, down into the discs. 3 backup first run enforcers, mango, white, amazing.
That's white?
It's off-white. Ivory.
Pea-colored snow.
We call this one Leonardo.
Yep.
Because, duh, it's
tubular?
Cowabunga, dude. So diving in, backup Raiders, another mango, Lucid X Felon, BB face, Proto Raiders. This is a gift from Jeff Corns, my collaborator. Thank you, bud. Miss you always. And then look at the color difference
So pretty.
on the Proto Raider. And we'll just transition over here. All of these backup Proto Raiders. Thank you to Emil at Latitude64. They had a stockpile. They hooked me up. So, honestly, the best forehand driver I have ever thrown. But I do use the Lucids from time to time, but having the Fusion in the prototype, for whatever reason, we just get it. We get it. It's like, if I had to put it, it's like Tina and I, you know, we're like top tier, S tier, or maybe God tier of like relationship status, and then S tier, totally me and the prototype Raiders.
Wow.
So, pretty dope. First.
Should I be threatened?
No.
Should I feel threatened by that?
No, we're God tier. We know this. This was actually the first 2020 I put in the bag. I was using this at Waco this year. You might see, if you go back to the Jonas coverage of the final round before the shutdown, I was throwing that bad boy. These chameleons are insane in the membrane. I got a bunch of them stockpiled along with these blue glimmers. These are the most overstable disc or felon in our lineup. Wouldn't be an in the bag if I didn't shout out, this is Robo Felon.
Oh, you can't even see Robo anymore.
Yeah, Robo's fading. It used to say, "Is that good on the back?" This is one that goes in the bag, probably in and out of the bag the most, because this is just a felon that I can trust. The one I got from Steven Schroeder and the very first felon I have, this is like a perfect complement to that. I'm spending too much time. That's enough on the backup bag.
How many Raiders do you think you actually have?
Too many. Cyrus, Crystal Lesbo, more. Clavin, Heimberg, Wonky Whale, one of a kind. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Sure. More Lucid X, Enforcers. So this is the stuff. This is the stuff that is staying home for the most part. This is the stuff that's going with me on the road next year. You know, I have my sugar mama who can send me stuff in the mail if I need, and she can go and hate me and dive through all this chaos.
After we go through some of this, right?
No. Bag. These are all early run Forcers. Got a couple Huck died. I got Tina, drew a nice robot on this one. This is actually a gift from Eric McCabe. So, how cool is that? McCabe. So, having a Robo is always good. This is probably one of my favorite mangoes that I've done. Just got Zach Melton's ink stamp all over it. I have Michelangelo Mango along with Leonardo, you know, to go with it. You get it?
I get it.
Do you get it though?
Yeah.
Michelangelo Mango? Two. Yeah, super cool. Gotta have these because you just never know when you're gonna be in windy situations. Moonshine Emacs, couple extra Emacs, couple Justices that I probably will never use. Some
Why
blend.
even have other Justices?
I don't know. Blend Wardens for throwing, for backups. These are actually some really good ones. Got some Thieves, more Proto Raiders. One of the most unique Moonshine Lucid X Felons. What's unique about it is it's super opaque and has a little bit of dome to it, like a little lift. Straightest Lucid X Felon I've ever thrown. Out of the box, was dead straight, flew like an Explorer. So it's kind of cool. Just keep it with me. It might go in the bag because I like how stiff it is. Back to the Felons, more Felons. One of the coolest Felons I've probably ever had. Another one, also super sweet. Why not? A couple of different runs of Lucid X. So I do have an actual Moonshine from Europe, and I have one of the 2018s as a backup. There's difference. They beat in. Some are more stable than others, and maybe I should do a video on that at some point, huh? Some unique Felons, and then a bunch of first runs prototypes, some Flippy Boys, and then loaded into the Exploders, some backup, just normal stock run Enforcers. The funny part is, I've done this so many times with discs, or I've put one of those in the bag. I know you enjoyed this.
You're fine. Listening.
Where I've put one of these in the bag, and it ends up staying in the bag because I just throw it so good for that weekend or that tournament that I'm like, and then I use it for like 5 or 6 tournaments after that. It was just because amazing, and it's just like a normal disc that I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this in the water. This disc sucks anyway. And then it's like, no, Dad, love me, and then it totally proves me wrong. All right, these are actually my practice and backup Wardens. Couple stock stamps, the blanks that I've used that are what are currently being cycled in. I don't know if I would ever use these stocks or these bar stamps because they're just beat up, but they've just been used for practice, so I don't know. But they'll be continued to be used. Okay, so now bunch of Raiders, Lucid X Enforcers, a bunch of different Raiders. Again, how many Raiders do I have? Too many. I have some of the early runs. I have some of that run that I was just talking about that I truly like. I mean, such a good disc. It's insane. This is actually from the very first batch that I got. I actually lost the very first felon. It was the Blurple one that I was using at Maple Hill. I got leeches and never got it back. So if anybody finds it at Maple Hill, even if it's disgusting, I'll take it back. But this is actually from the very first batch of Lucid X felons we ever did. I don't know if I'll ever keep throwing this one, but I threw it a little bit and now it's got sentimental value because first ever Lucid X disc that, you know, this is the first disc that was made with my name on it. That's really cool. So you saw the white with the black stamp billet. Go over here. Spouse is stealing the show. Get out of here, spouse. But I kept all of these because this is my favorite colorway. There were 4 or 5. I do not remember, but I might have sent one to my parents as a cool, hey, look at me, love me, Dad. That's the unique one. This is from the Moonshines from this year. Happened to have some color to it. Ghost stamp. It's pretty dope. First run Enforcers. Yes, I have a problem. Don't judge me. But thank you to everybody for hooking me up throughout the years. Saw these Raiders, more EMAC Trues, bunch of Exploders, couple cool ones to point out. Tyler did these Be Love, I love it. Spread love, you know, share positivity in the world. Seth Muncie, probably one of my biggest proponents of why I'm here and why I'm able to do what I do, Disc Golf Strong. Make sure you guys go support him. Stockpile of the Emerson P Opto X from the 2020. They're flat, they're amazing. Here's my stash of Thieves. Make sure I never go without them. Got a handful more. I've been using the same Thief for quite some time, so I probably need to get a new one rotated in the bag, but I'm still using it. 2 really cool discs. This is Floyd. It's one of the oldest Enforcers I had. It's probably one of the farthest throwing Enforcers I was ever using until the Raider came out. Tina, this is one of the 2nd or 3rd robots you drew on my disc. So this one I used this for an entire season and it gave me a lot of confidence. So this is super, super cool. If you've watched some of our stuff, this is actually a really kind of sentimental disc because Jonathan Ray came to Salt Lake City, Utah and did a 2-disc challenge. Chris Lesbo and myself, who were not sponsored at the time, went out and played. I grabbed this and I think a Mercy, and we went and played the 2-disc challenge. And maybe I was sponsored. I might have been at the time of when I was sponsored by this mania, but we went out and supported Jonathan Ray. Chris Lesbo shortly got picked up, so I gave him this Enforcer. So this is actually technically one of the first dynamic discs I ever had, and Chris had it. And now it's a 171, super flippy. I probably could roll this if I wanted to. Yeah, Tina threw it for a little bit.
Yeah,
it was in her bag. So really cool. We'll never let this one go. This is super special. You know, I was throwing the Biofusion Enforcers a lot for a while, but as we've gotten the Raider, we're good. So out of the new stuff that we just got, I have some discs that I need to test. Not going to say what they are yet. These are a prototype putter. A couple of discs that I kept from the EO lineup. This is an amazing X out. This is just a classic Warden. Might use it as a Circle 2 putter or something, or give it away, who knows. My stockpile of EOs that I've kept to have as backups: white on white, black on white, just my favorite. It's kind of cool. Use that stamp. This one's used. Sweet. Kept a couple murder, and then white on black. Now that stash. Some EOs, sick. Just some cool ones to test out these chameleon ones when I can start throwing. These are some cool ones. I mean, one of the coolest explorers I've ever picked up from X-Outs. Love what they can do sometimes with the X-Outs. And new disc that I'm really excited to throw, you might have seen it in our live video, is the prototype Evader. Think about the Explorer equals EMAC Truth, Evader equals Verdict. So not that much more overstable. You can get it to fly really far, but in comparison, it feels more shallow than the Explorer. So if the Explorer was too deep, the Evader is going to feel really good in your hands. So if you do have smaller hands and you need something kind of straight but little stability, this looks like it's going to be really good. That's without throwing it though. So there's that. Oh, and I forgot about this whole section of felons. All right, I'm gonna pull probably my favorite prototypes. This is okay. So these are probably the two coolest collectible discs. This is still in like original dynamic discs packaging, and this is a prototype with a stock stamp. What? That's amazing. So I don't know if this will ever come out of the package, but who knows. And this was an amazing gift from somebody. I think I might have traded for it. But this is a blank prototype. 176, no stamp, just pure awesome.
Hey guys, I like this bag because it's pretty sweet, but if you guys like, subscribe, comment down below to, you got to see Eric's collection. He's pretty cool. He gives me a tough time. He's pretty sweet, but we got this, he's got so many discs, but I like to lay on him and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
We'll have to do a wrap up.
I'm proud of myself because this is.
You are?
Yeah, I am.